Well, good evening, everyone. Good to see you all. It is not the car sim and race driver show tonight. Unfortunately, Gabby had to pull out at the last minute. She had to work later than she was expecting and wasn't able to make the show. But I thought, well, rather than leave you without a proper stream or an interview, I'll go and do some racing on GT Sport, as we had a good night on Monday. So I thought, right, we'll do another one, and we're going to do Spain because we haven't actually done that one so far. And so I'm just quickly doing some tweets and some shares, and then we'll be heading on and doing that just now. But I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a good week, and I hope you're ready for some crazy racing, as I'm sure that's what we'll get tonight. As I haven't done, this was not a great track for me, but we'll see how we get on, and I'm sure we can improve throughout the night. Well, also we can go back to race C, because we were getting some quite good races there before, so we'll see how we get on and get that all sorted. Now I'll just quickly put this out on Twitter and then onto Facebook. Great to see everyone tonight. I do apologise that it's not Gabby that you're seeing, and I'm afraid it's Hugh, but unfortunately she's had to cancel, but she will be back on the show as soon as we can. There we go, just tweeting that one out. So we'll get started. I'll do some practice laps, and then we're already in the lobby, or we're qualifying, so we've got about 6 minutes or so to go, and then we'll be able to get into our first race of the night. So let's see how we get on. Now I'll quickly just go back onto my notifications page here, and we'll get onto Facebook. Nunsky, yeah, good to see you. You'll see me in a wee second. I'm just typing away on my computer, putting out the shares so we can get this out to everybody. There we go. Right, that's me done with that. So there we are. That's that one there. Okay, now we're going to get on with the racing, and we'll get things up and running. Right, there we are. I'm sorry, I'm not as good looking as Gabby for sure. Yep, exactly. We'll still have some action regardless, eh? Because this was the race we never did on Monday, so I thought we need to give it a shot and see how we get on. Racing hard. Yeah, we're all on the same bits here. So yeah, let's see what we can do. I need to really get my times down a bit, mind. Oh dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. It's not how to take a chicane. Right. I've just been doing the Alfa Romeo challenge, the 4C challenge on Assetto Corsa at the Green Hell at the Nordschleifer, and I almost made it. I was 6 seconds up on the time. I had to do it in 8 minutes 25, and I just went off on the last wee section beforehand. Yes, I've been stood up, I'm afraid. No, Gabby unfortunately had work commitments that have ended up going overtime, so unfortunately, yeah, we are hoping to reschedule quite soon, so we'll... So I thought, right, let's get on that sim rig, let's get some games, let's get some races, and we'll get going and see what we can do. There was a video that I know that Super GT had done, and about how he got an awful lot of time off, and I think it was to do with again the chicane, because I was struggling to get into the 146s, which is a long way off. It's quite quiet actually. I might have to turn up the noise a wee bit. Oh, that's good. Now they were taking a funny line over there. See, if you get it wrong, it just throws your car. Ah, Keith. Yeah, unfortunately, Gabby had to cancel at the last minute, just for work commitments. But she does send her apologies. But we'll get her back on the show as soon as we can. But I thought I didn't want to let you guys down. I want to make sure that we can get a stream. Well, you can ask him. You can ask him that, Neil Insky. I'm certainly not. Right, we've got to try and get our lap times down a bit. That corner is so tricky to know when you can actually accelerate out. We're seeing how not to do it. Yes, I 268, which has been fantastic. We've done 80 since Super GT was on, which is quite good. Fancy dress. Yeah, not for me, mate, not for me. Just did a 148.5. I'm gonna find another. I've changed the brake balance a bit. Well, we're not going to be at the front of the field, that's for sure, unless we're in a lobby of like a D and an E. But we'll see how we go. I hate driving this track. It always feels like me to have it out and the rhythm. Ah, Andrew Mars, have you killed Gabby? Unfortunately, Gabby couldn't quite make it. Where are we? Oh, we're 14th. We're 14th. And there are people slower than us, which is, yeah, not to be surprised, actually. Not who is in there. Can we recognise anybody in the lobby? Nope, I don't recognise anybody, so we'll see. But again, it's a B. Sometimes, though, in this race, you can actually do a bit better than you think, because it can be... Yeah, we blinked and we missed her, that's true. She did send her apologies, to be fair, so I'm sure she'll come back on. But I was keen to have some more racing, because I thought, you know, we get into the Monday and Thursdays, so we want to try and make sure we've got something going on. And I thought this was the race I hadn't done on Monday night, so I thought, well, let's at least give it a go and see. The Audi is quite a tricky car to drive, but we'll see. I mean, I actually did quite a good race here in the Alfa Romeo a few years back, well, a few months back, so we'll see how we go. I'm afraid I don't know. Ah, Bracing, good to see you. How are you all doing? Hope you're all well. Ah, Stephen, you were just streaming a few minutes ago. I just saw you about half an hour ago. You were streaming a bit earlier on. That we were going to have a guest tonight, but unfortunately she was cancelled at the last wee minute, but we'll get her back on. But we've got some more guests coming up. We've got Gaz Sims in a week's time. We've also got Super GT in 2 weeks' time. And we've got, is it Chad? Let me just remember his name. Coming on the 5th, I think it is. So that should be good. So yeah, I'm good. You're doing well. I stopped to see you. Ah, thanks, Stephen. You need to go make sure you subscribe to Stephen Scott's YouTube channel. He's very, very good, very funny, and you'll get a special prize if it's your first time. which I want. Yeah, Stephen can tell you all about it. So here we go. We're in 14th on the race. So everyone's in the R8. Heath will put a wig in a dress. If you all love him enough, goodness me, that could be a yes. That might be something we might want to forget. There we go. Right, what can we do? What can we do from 14th on the grid? Fortunately, starting in that position, I'm going to turn this up a little bit, means that we are quite far away from the cars in front, but we can do something about that. Going to get into race mode. There's bound to be incidents aplenty, and I'm sure we can gain a few places. Ah, you're welcome, Stephen, anytime at all. I know some people do this in the Porsche, just because it's quite an easy car to drive. No, we're not last. Somebody's gone off there. Some overtaking up ahead. What can we do? Come on, come on, come on. We're going to go faster. Yeah, exactly, not last and not punted, successful first lap. Let's see if we can catch up with these guys in front. You're in quarantine with the holovirus, eh? Oh, somebody's got a penalty. We're just out of slipstream range. Going to try and catch up a wee bit. That was a wee bit better. Oh, one goes. Yeah, he turned left. And again. Up to 11th. Final lap. Yeah. Not too bad. Just need to get faster, that's the thing. Under braking, I'm not too bad. Ah, good to see you, Mike. Without, yeah, making me spin. It's a really strange one, that chicane. Unfortunately, I didn't see the video that Super GT did, because there's obviously a line. He somehow manages to go through it, and you know, if you can get that proper line, you must save, oh, a second or two going through it, you know. But at least that's true. We had a clean race, and we did go up with no penalties, which was quite something. Ah, good to see you, S-Ben. Good to see you indeed. And we've got 12 in the chat, which is fantastic. And I realise I haven't refreshed my YouTube channel on my computer, so I can't see what's all going on in there and things. But it'd be great to get a like, and if you're here for the first time, feel free to sub. Well, 8th was our door number, but at least it was a clean race. So it's oh, thanks, Espen. But yes, it wasn't too bad. So now we need to really find out how can we go a bit quicker. We're about half a second off our qualifying time. Ah, James, it's not Tuesday. Exactly. You must be. It's a Friday morning for you guys, eh? And working away. We've had snow here, but it didn't last very long, to be fair. Most of it has melted away quite quickly. But it's good to see you all. Right, let's get these lap times down. Ah, Loopy, great to see you. Great to see you indeed. Sorry we don't have Gabby on tonight. Unfortunately, she had to cancel at the last minute. Oh, that's quite good. So, yeah, we've gone up a bit. We've gone up a little bit, which is not too bad now. Yeah, because we were quite low before, so no, that's good. Shows it works just to try and get a clean race. Right, we'll go back in here. I think I'll stick with the Audi, because I think there's a bit of work to do with that car, and I have driven it a bit on for Group 3. So, and it is supposed to be quite a good combination. They all seem to quite like it. Oh, it's gone down a bit, has it? All right. Oops. Oh yeah, I see. Sorry, 25.7 to 25. All right, it's gone down quite a bit there. Okay, right. We need to go a bit faster then. That's the thing. I didn't think it would have gone down that much because it was quite a clean. Ah, Ian, good to see you. Hope you're all well. We're getting all the guys in tonight. Had a work call. I'm back. That's it. Good to see you. Right, I need tips to go faster. I need to find about 2.5 seconds. Well, I need at least a second and a half. Now, it must be possible. We've got to be able to get this working. Let's see what we can do. Now, are we going to have... I'll put that up to 1. Look at that. See, it doesn't even give you a chance to even try and... Hey, there's the infamous chicane. This is a funny car. Right. We've done a 1:46.9 before. That was a few days ago. That was on Monday. But I know there's a lot more time in that. Let's see what we can do. Gonna get a complete lap. What do you think? What kind of time do you think we could do? Some people take a very wide run out of there. Right, okay, 1:46.5. So we're going to find a second on that time. You still enjoying this daily debate? Oh, we're going to have to lie on TV. I don't want to be 3 seconds off the pace to anyone, and at the moment I am, and I really need to. Well, I'm certainly a good 2.5 seconds off, and I thought I've got to find what's going wrong there. So we'll see. Because I know I'm not that slow. I know GT3 is not really my category, to be fair. But I thought I've got to get better than that. I can't have a track where I'm so far off the pace. Difficult. I'm not so sure about some of these apexes. And I know I've got obviously the cones on. What's about in the middle of your car in the last chicane, but there is a risk that you spin. All right. Okay, so better practice than quality. Yeah, better practice. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Almost. Right, we're going to keep on trying and see what we can do to find the time. I also think maybe my braking markers, I've really got to watch out for my braking markers, especially into this first corner. Because when you're coming at speed or in the slipstream, it's easy to brake too late. In this corner too. I did it. Yeah. Group 2 would be certainly. It just feels so hard to connect it, especially with that corner at the end of this back straight. Almost. They lost a bit of time there. Right, we're getting there. Because I don't think the guys in my last race were massively faster. Good to see you. AL71B. See, that just doesn't want to grip in, and then the car really oversteers. You're too clean to the chicane, yeah. So I'll need. Call me Al, Hugh. We're about to join the lobbies. Okay, you're too clean through that last chicane. I think you have to attack the curbs for speed, but at risk a spin if you get it too badly. Yeah, no, that's it, isn't it? I'll let it go. I've got a cushion here behind me, but I think actually it's getting in the way. Just give me 2 wee seconds. I'll just put that away. There we are. Right, yeah, well of course the Audi is like that, isn't it? The Audi is very much a car that wants to spin, but we'll see where we get on. Back in 14th place again. But the guy in front, you see, it's not very much in there. Well look, somebody's got a 4C and they're in front of me. And they're in pole position. Well, a 1:45.4. Maybe, where was Super GD saying? He said you could find it in the last chicane. He was doing some line through the chicane and it was really helping him. So that's what we've got to try and do. Maybe we'll see how we get on. Right. Determined to get this time down and get a good result. At least we had a clean race, which is something. So it's not, but we need to get our points up, that's for sure. But I might try that, the 4C, because again, it's a mixture of what you need here, isn't it? And it's quite a nice car to drive. The 4C is quite a good car to drive. Unless anyone else has got any other ideas. Thanks very much. I'm sure we'll have a good race. Let's see what we can do. The people are cheering and they haven't even seen me try and drive yet. But, RCZ, yes, that's true. I saw that in Tisney's video actually. Yep, that's definitely one. I might try that one. That could be a good one because I'm quite good on the Hyundai, right? Okay, I'll try that one. That might be a... Because this is a race, if you want to do well, if you want to be good at sim racing, all the good guys seem to be competitive here. So we need to be competitive here. That's our... Let's see what we can achieve. I'd second the RCZ too. Okay, right, well, I'll try that the next time then. Right, excellent. Gonna go for it indeed. Now take cover everyone, here I come. Alright, it's like a friendly Audi. GT Rebecca, good to see you. Win in the first corner. That's right. You know our motto far too well, eh? And someone's in a 911 there. If you could just win this one anyway, that's it. There's a lot of cars ahead there. I'm losing time there. Needs a bit earlier on the power. Exactly, 1 down, 12 to go. That's another one. Feel like we're a bit more in the battle this time. Oh. Yeah, he's going to come right up the inside. He certainly didn't give much space for that chicane. Even on the second part, he was right across it. So they must allow you to take quite a significant cut on that. No problem, Keith. Good to see you. Take care. Although the Nissan got past me, he's all over the place. I think we've got a chance to get that back. Yeah, 17 in the chat. It's going well. Oh, there's all sorts happening up ahead. an Aston Martin. Quite a few cars right behind me that have caught up. What? I didn't collide with anybody there. That's ridiculous. The tiny, tiny touch. That RCZ is definitely a good car. I'm amazed I got a penalty there, because I was right up there and we were actually doing quite well. That's why only race in Community Seat Championships, no stupid penalties. Yeah. See, it's saying I should be 5th. Yeah, see, I'm way, way, way down on what I need to be. Right, I'm going to have to try a different car. Watch replay of leader in lap 4. So did he spin off then or something? He must have spun off and come back on, because he was absolutely flying. But I didn't think we'd bumped into anybody. Or the AMG, is the AMG quite good? Yeah, I have done. I'll save that replay. Okay, so is it? What do you reckon then? Do you think the RCZ 15th not representative of that race? You're doing well. Yeah, because I think we would have been up to about maybe 12th or 11th, and we started 14th. But yeah. Oh dear. Oh goodness. 25 to 24-2. Oh well. This is killing our performance here. But we need to keep going because we need to try and get this to work. We'll give it one more shot and see how we get on. See you all soon. Yeah, see you, James. Back to work. That's the thing. Right. Okay. Let's try. I think it was the RCZ. That was the one that was recommended, or the guy with the fastest lap was in it, and you said you liked it. Yeah. I wonder. I actually think I'll need to buy one because I don't think I've got. I think it's on my other PSN and not on this one. Yeah, the DR Death Track for sure, isn't it? And yet it was annoying because we were doing quite well. We were beginning to get on the pace a little bit. I thought we were definitely getting faster, trying to hit these apexes. But we'll get there. We will get there. And we've got to be realistic at certain events. If we're not that good, then we have to learn, what our weaknesses and minimise them. So let's see what we can do. Right, we'll go to Italy. Yeah, for the last race, 2 races and down. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably more because of the penalty, which I think was really unfair. I mean, I barely touched him. If anything, he was coming at me. But they keep doing this, and it's annoying. But it's just very hard and risky track to gain DR, isn't it? Yeah, even if you're driving relatively safely. But right, 4C Group 3. Mount the sausage curbs in chicane instead of going around them. Replay to P10 will show the line. Right. Right. Yeah. I see what you mean now. Yeah. Thank you. No, thank you for that. Yeah. DR movement and finishing places not representative of your driving. Yeah. China. Oh, download the library. Oh, have you got one? Oh yes, of course, yeah, because we've got. Will it fit for that? If it fits for that, then we'll definitely we'll get that one. Hang on. Oh. That will be on my brand. Here we are, isn't it? It's the Discover, and then I can go on here, and it will be 2 wee seconds, and we'll. V4 is quite sketchy. Okay. Right. Ah, Mayday Gaming, it's good to see you. Now, all I need to do is get this library. See what we've got. All the content. All the content. All the content. Come on. Must be something coming up here. Oh, it'll definitely get there at some point. We should have something, yeah. Unless maybe it's in the other one. That's strange. Right, I don't want to waste too much time. I'll try and come back from that. Let's see. Right, okay. Well, at least now we've got the car, so we can get on with the racing. Peugeot is very stable. That might be quite a good one. I have to say, I'm kind of finding it quite a tricky one here. Do I go for the Peugeot or do I go for the Alpha? Where is the Peugeot? The Peugeot down here. Let's see. It's not the VGT one though, is it? It's RCZ. I'm pretty sure I've got it somewhere right now. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there's the Hyundai. Let's I'm amazed I don't. I must have the Peugeot somewhere, surely. Hyundai is better than the Alpha. Okay. There we are. There's the RCZ. Right. I'll try this one first because they've had about 4 or 5 people recommend the RCZ. So I'll do that one, and then I'll try the Hyundai, and then I'll try the Alpha. So we'll see how we go. Aye. Because we want to get faster. We've got to get faster. My goodness, we've got to get faster. I'm going to try and get this last chicane, but there's a lot of it that's in there, isn't there, to try and get these apexes. Because if I can get the apexes right, I can accelerate out nice and early, and that will save us a good bit of time. Because I reckon a low 46 is definitely doable. Maybe even into the 45s. If I can start to, and that's really where I should be, because Sophie is always normally a good challenge to try and beat her time or equal it, and we're a second off, so we have got options here. We don't want traction control on like that, and do we need to? Yeah, we'll lock it up a bit. But I appreciate all the comments because I know it's going to help, and I appreciate your putting in the effort to sort it out. Now, what kind of brake balance do you think for this? So gentle throttle over sausage curbs, but line will save time. Basic Ollie had good races in the Hyundai and liked it too. Okie dokie, good. -2 to 0, okay. Excellent. So is the Peugeot RCZ Group 4 rear-wheel drive? Because it feels like it is. It's much more kind of playful in some ways. You think it can't be, but it feels different to the Group 4 car by a huge amount. Definitely good turn-in though. Ah, it's mid-engine, right, okay. And it's rear-wheel drive, so it's... So the second part of that is definitely smoother. Okay, we're not too far away from our time. And that was just our first out lap. We've got 25 seconds. And put that radar on, yeah. How do you get that red bar with the name? See that often, but I have no idea. The red bar with my name on it. Where is that? How do you get the red bar with the name? I'll have to wait and see. Pretty quick out the box. Yeah, it's certainly it seems a lot more progressive, that car. It's a wee bit easier to handle, which is good. Sorry, I'm gonna take my. I'm waiting. Oh, in chat. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, the only way is up. Oh dear, I'm last. That's not good. But they're not too far away in front, so we've got a good chance. Yeah, look at that. 146.4s is 10th place. And then you're going right. In fact, 146.1s is 4th, and a 145.5 is the leader there. Yeah, only 3 cars front rear. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, when someone tags you in the chat. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, no, that's it. Because I try and do it. Because when you put the @ sign and you put the name of the person that you're trying to tag, I think they see it. Maybe. I don't always see it, but the other person maybe sees it. That. Right, RCZs. Well, we can do this because we're definitely quicker. Definitely, this car is a lot more comfortable. Comes up highlighted instead in my Android chat. Andrew Marnos. Only the tag person sees it. I see. It takes somebody from all the way from Australia to tell us how it works. That's the way. Oh, radar. Well, good idea. Now then, what I will do. Ah, Jack Bowling Racing. Good to see you. Good to see you indeed. Now. That's a different radar. Oh no, it's on that one. That's fine. Yeah, great to see everybody in the chat. Hope you're all well. Sorry that Gabby isn't here to answer your questions, but unfortunately she had work commitments that got in the way, and sadly had to cancel. But we'll get her back on the show. Oh, someone's saying hello. Masha, hello, good to see you. That was nice. Right. Okay. Oh, some people have dropped out. 2 people have dropped out. 49, almost 50. I'm 45, almost 46. There we go. It's amazing though. I mean, everyone can take part with this. This is the great thing about sim racing. You're 12 years old? Jack, my goodness. You'll be doing go-karting and things like that probably then. Right, let's get going. Let's see what we can do. One thing is for sure, we are not going to end up last. We are going up this field for sure. Oh, of course, here with the COVID. We've got a young chap coming on in about a month's time, who is also a go-karting, and he does the Fun Cup, so that should be good. That should be and builds sim rigs and things. Oh, you're all welcome. It's great to see you. He's in the McLaren in front. That's them. Or is it an NSX? Well spotted, Espen. That's the. Up 2 places already. That was a bit naughty. But we made out a couple of places there. But he just pushed his way past. You see, if that had been me, that would have been a guaranteed penalty. Oh, someone's had a penalty. Oh!
And they had nowhere to go there. Oh, come on. It's so much easier to accelerate out of the corners in this car. Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely. Well, we made up 5 places. And I think, again, it was an unfair penalty because he just kind of came in front of me when nowhere to go. But, well, at least, again, we're supposed to be 5th. But we finished 9th, which is not quite so bad. I mean, definitely better. And if we do qualifying in this car, then I think we've got a chance to do a bit better. Because I think it's definitely... There's definitely more in this. Definitely more in it now. That, yep. I mean, look, my fastest lap was a 1:49. Mind you, we didn't really have many chances to really kind of get on, but there we are. So now we're down to 24. So we've lost about 1,500 because we were about 25 an hour, 25.7, aren't we? So we're not too bad. VW is another good option. Is that the the VGT, isn't it? Yeah, good that we're at 99 for SR, so it's not a catastrophe quite yet. That I'm going to go back with that one because that's a good car. Yeah, that 4C is fast, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I want to do another one in the Peugeot because I reckon if I can get a good qualifying time in that and start going up the field a bit, I'll get a bit more. Well, if we can start a bit further up, we've got a better chance of doing it. I still need to get this this last chicane though. That's a crucial one because somebody had spent some time, time trialing. I normally do, to be fair. I did a little bit on Monday. No, you're absolutely right. OSR is 80. All right. Oh well. I was going to say because I have had a couple of penalties. That's quite a downturn, mine, because we were 99 before. Right. Let us get this going. I want to make sure that everything else is the way it should be. Yeah, we're leveled up, but not to worry. This might be one where we go down and then we start climbing back up again. Missed it again. Come on. Driving how you drive on your driving test, man. Not how you drive a racing car. Seems like the dropping DRS are harsh tonight. Yeah. And yet they've been for the tiniest things. Yeah. That first sausage under the car, it will improve the lap. I wonder if this car takes it a lot better in terms of going. So much better out of there. Feels better on the back straight. Brake under overhead bridge to get turning early enough. Oh, we did a 1:46.9 there. Brake myself. That's alright, I don't mind, Sortmaster. I made too many mistakes in other parts of the circuit. Yeah, the Sim Grid race was good actually, wasn't it?
A wee bit quicker. Yeah, 46.4. Big pole on left before that. Right, I'll look at maybe third gear in the fast chicane. Yeah, what chicane is that one? But that's a bit better, isn't it? That's taken. See, that's a bit more of what I thought we could do. That's a much better time, isn't it? That's a bit better. And there's definitely a lot more because I wasn't quick out of that last chicane. So if I can get that, then it's definitely like a maybe even a mid 45. If I could get that, and then I'd be much happier because I think actually that's kind of where I should be, or certainly a bit better. Right. Okay, so let's see where that gets us. Can we get a bit further up the grid? We'll probably find that now all the times will be... Yeah, you'll easily... yeah, I think if I can put that all together now... This car is so much better. Thank you very much for recommending it, because it's funny, isn't it? You just need a car that works. Oh, look, we're fourth. Fourth on the grid. That's far, far better. So this may well be a slightly lower lobby, but even still, that's much, much better. Yeah, there's definitely time in it. Because normally on Group 3, I'm maybe about 1.5 to 2 seconds off the top time in the world, and about 1.5 off the top 10. That's about the best, so not too bad. It's so anyway, in the top 5, please. Stephen, you're on that game the whole time, man. You must never sleep. I always see you streaming. Always streaming. Now, after the slow left, you got a small straight, then the S's. Oh yeah, the S's and thing. Right, is that after the hairpin? No, after the slow left, you know. After the slow left. Aye, okay. Let's see. RL Ian Evo, evening you. I was in your last race. I was the pinball on lap 3 and 4. All right. Oh well, it's good to see you. Yeah, it's turn 5 or turn 6. Okay, so that's 1, 2, kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And maybe third. Right, for going up the hill. Right. Okay. Yeah, that might be better. Yeah, see what you mean. That's yeah. Well, we're trying to go faster. We've done a slightly better lap time, so hopefully we can do it. Or use the PlayStation for Netflix. Yeah, isn't it? And then eventually the PlayStation's mine, the fans start going, don't they? And they make quite a bit of noise. Right. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Bracing, for that. I will note all of that, and we'll try and improve on this last chicane as well. I wonder if staying in second gear for that last chicane, because it seems to settle the car a bit better. Simrig. Yeah. No, actually, I need to know the corners better. I need to know the corner numbers. Right, this is the best chance we've had. I have no idea where we are in terms of numbers. In terms of what our door number is, so we'll have to see, but I reckon it's probably going to be in front of us. So... let's see what we can do. Thank you, Jack. Can you go past there, mate?
I almost could have got first there, but I would have smacked right into him. Yeah, that worked quite well, I think. In third there. Come on. Oh no. Right, 2 laps done, 2 laps to go. I can breathe again. Come on. I'm causing chaos behind. Slightly better. Hello, Game Fun. Good to see you. This will hopefully be a better run. Hey, we finally did it, and a 146.8 in the last wee bit. Oh, that was much better. I bet we have to get a number 1 for our door number. I bet you that's probably what they've done with the lobby. But at least there was no penalties, and we went up 2 places. And the guy in front, I almost got him, but it was pretty close. Yeah, thanks, Jack. Thanks, Bracing. Thanks, Stephen. And to Jonathan as well. Yeah, I can. Thanks very much, Rebecca. Oh, it's funny. It's something else. I mean, I was scrappy on the last guy. It wasn't as consistent as I should have been, but at least we were beginning to get there. Oh, actually, look, our door number was 8th. So that's better. So we finally, maybe started to put some of our numbers back. So that's a lot better. And there's definitely more time in it. So it won't look, hopefully, as severe as it was before. What was my best lap? 146.8. Who did the fastest lap? Oh, to be fair, I was only a fraction off the fastest lap. For the next one, try the corner after the S's in 4th gear. Alright, is that like turn 1 and 2? Because it feels like the car wants to go up into 4th, to be fair. Round about there. That might make it a bit better because it understeers out quite easily, isn't it? Yeah, take care, Stephen. We'll see you soon. Right, I will try that one. But that was much better. So we've finally gone up some points, hopefully. Don't feel quite so bad. That's the... Again, I'll keep going with this Peugeot because there's definitely more to come with that. Let's see. 24, 814 and 86, that's much better. Aye, so we've done, that race alone actually put us back up almost half of the points we lost, just about. So that's not too bad, it's a bit better. Yeah, just about, we've got about 800-900 to get to where we started. I mean, the corner after turn 5 or 6. Okay. Oh, I see that. Yeah, the long right-hander going onto the back straight. I think that's the one you mean. Yeah. Before the back straight. Yep. No problemo. No problemo. There we go. The thing is, I used to love the old circuit here. You know, before they had the chicane, they had this incredible right-hander, 2 right-handers, and they were amazing. It will understeer. Yeah, because it's off camera. Aye. No, that's true. Yeah. Because Tisney did it in the Audi, didn't he? Ah, the bikes still have the old circuit, yeah, that's right. Oh, a bit wide there. Yeah, I'll need to watch my timing just a little bit on it because I was quite wide. But yeah, the 4th definitely worked better there. We're getting better, Mike, we're getting better. .46.404, we're getting there, bit little by little. Yeah, that was how we need to do it. Oh, too much there. Ah, good to see you, Ant. Well, we've only got just over a minute, so we're not going to manage to get on this one, but that's not too bad. At least we're a little bit, we know where we can go faster, so we will see what we can do. We will see how this race goes. But yeah, I have to say thanks to all the tips, because we've finally, well, we've taken half a second off our time and we've gotten a second place where we were struggling in last, so that is great. I'm going to have to fix my pedals because they are, to be fair, they are working. I wouldn't say that, John. You always say that and then something horrendous happens. But you could write for the Daily Mail with those kind of headlines. But we're all good, and we've been doing Barcelona. We started off with a 1:46.9 and we're struggling to get up there, but now we got our time a bit better thanks to the tips from everyone in the chat. And we've definitely, because all the guys and girls were saying it's time to try the RCZ, because we tried the Audi but it was a real struggle. Yeah, absolutely. Popped out for a couple of minutes and you've hit again, start performing. You're welcome. I don't have to pay you to stay away, Nilinski. We're 6 this time. Okie dokie. And there's a wee bit of a gap between the guys in front. And a 1:45. Oh, Bailey 1:17. Now was that the chap that was in earlier? But let's see if we can. Because the thing is, many of the people who were like the top racers, they're doing like 1:44.6s. So it's a long. I mean, we're still 2 seconds slower than them. You'll be better in the single G5. 6, but playing with the pros now. Well.
That's very kind. Well, actually, we've got some A drivers, to be fair. A couple of A drivers. I've raced against Jay Barker before. I recognise that name. And then there's a lot of slower times. So yeah, so it's still a few C drivers and D drivers. So we'll see. Yep. But this car is so much better. But I was saying about my pedals. I realise now that they're really not in the best place for me. They're too close, and I don't have enough room. And I tried to put them further up so they would be a bit more like a normal car, but I haven't been able to quite make that work because the bench that I have behind the pedals is too smooth, and it's just, I need something, maybe sort of rubber on it or something, so I can get it to grip. That we'll see, because it's not really the most comfortable driving position. But we'll see how we get on. Because this was the challenge for tonight. I thought I want to make this race work and see how I can get on. So, thank you, racing. Let's see what we can do, eh? Let's see how we can get these guys in. Yeah, trying to build me a rig. A Sandero GT3. If I did, I would buy it. Yeah, rubber bath mat, super cheap, easy to cut and shape. Alright, yes, anyone's weights on it. Yeah. You want to build me one? And is it? That's the thing. It's a huge spoiler on the back of that RCZ, isn't it? That's the... Let's get in the slipstream. Weaving down the track. Jumping B has gone a bit wide. Seen a little Viper or something. Oh, come on. It's a bit of a nosedive, that one, isn't it? Oh, come on, what are you doing, man? You can't just push people out of the way. Penalty ahead. They were pretty... They both just pushed through. Yeah, and they never get a penalty, innit? Somebody's off.
back. Oh, come on now. He just got me. He did do some dodgy moves at the start. They fairly bash you out the way, but at least we battled and no penalties. One of his moves was pretty ropey, but we couldn't quite get him through the chicane. But he was pushing me a lot and bumping and this kind of thing, but never gets penalties for that. But yeah, it was quite aggressive out there, but generally clean. Entertaining, that's for sure. Well, that's the main thing. It would have been nice to have got that 6th place back, because we were kind of moving forward again, and because we just lost that little bit. Because at the start we were with the guys, I think he was in a Viper, but then I think he must have gone off, because we were kind of heading up there a bit. But see where look, 6 was our door number, but. Still, not too bad, not too bad. So who's been playing Race A? It's absolutely crazy. That one, it's rare that you won't get like mega DR drop with those kind of Fugo things that they are. But I thought, yeah, I'm probably not going to go back to that one either, because it's put me down on an S there. Oh, Thor Profito said sorry. Oh, well, that was kind of him. So whoever it is will say no problemo. Well, he must have gone already. Yeah, take care, Bracing. It's great to see you tonight. Thanks very much for watching. 24-8. Well, that's not too bad. 24-7. So our points aren't too bad. Tumble 18. That was a good race. Absolutely, it was indeed. There we are. That. Yep. So I think that the RCZ is still a good car, definitely a good car to use. The only other one you were saying was the Hyundai, I think, wasn't it? The Hyundai was supposed to be quite good. But so what do you think? Stick with the same one? Stick with the RCZ? Or should I try something else? Now what time is it? It's 22:40. It's quarter to 11. So yeah, so all the other races are kind of in the middle because we did a lot of race C, which was kind of crazy, but we've not done that for a wee bit. So I think I'll continue on with this one. And why don't we do another one on in the Peugeot? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking best to probably stay at it, isn't it, and just kind of try and improve. At least we only lost one place there. That yeah, try the Diverts because it seemed to be quite stable, didn't it? It seemed to be quite good. That's one maybe to think about for the next one. Aye. That it's certainly a close 4 laps, isn't it? It's just one or two wee things. If you get one error coming out of a slow corner onto one of the straights, you're just a sitting duck for the next straight, and you've got to be so careful. But people do all these dive bombs, so obviously my braking must still be maybe just not quite the way it should be. Maybe I'm changing down too early or something. I'm not entirely sure, but we need to kind of look at that and see how it's working. But because sometimes that can. It's coming out of that second part of that chicane. The car just wants to slide. So you're going to be so careful on the gas. Just trying to get the line and everything done. But obviously the guys that get it right get a phenomenal time, and that would definitely help us. Because you want to be fast on the straight as well. But yeah, going around that corner there. GTS Orders has sent a request. I'll reply to that. This is a crucial corner here. Time. $146.6. Not too bad. It's a hard one to stay in fourth gear there. Yeah, it's definitely a bit better, but I know I've got a lot to go in this. There's a lot more available. I think we're just going deep there. I don't think it's as good under the brakes. Yeah, chicane's slightly better. Braked it a wee bit. Although I was quite early on the power. .5. We're almost... There's a lot in it. Oh, it's a fantastic library, by the way, Espen. Oh, into the grass we go. Yeah, no, it's really good. Right, well, we're just going to be going into the lobby. It was fantastic. I will try and find, if you've done another one in the last week or two, I will get that one sorted. But it was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. The one that's like, the reason I'm a fat man in a cheap sim. KFC. It was brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Right, we're 5th place this time. Wee bit of a gap behind. So... this means hopefully we can start to go and catch these guys in front. Yep. Well, I had my first KFC in about 6 months. Last Monday. Ah, Jack. I don't know how to pronounce that surname. Is that Hune, perhaps? Morning from down under. Yeah, it's good to see you. Hope you have a nice sunny day down in Australia. I'm sure it'll be lovely and warm. But, yeah, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And to everyone who's in the chat, it's fantastic to have you all. You have never had KFC. Espen, you've never lived. You've never lived until you've had a KFC. Especially get it delivered. Now you can get it delivered, you see. There must be one somewhere. It's the Netherlands you come from? Or is it Norway? I'm trying to think. You need to get on the internet and see where the nearest one is. Is your nickname Jackie Chan? Is that's what Loopy's saying? KFC is epic. My goodness me. It's Norway, isn't it? Yeah, it's must be one surely in Norway. Must be one. Well, I tell you, if we ever meet up in Britain, Espen, I will take you to a KFC. I'd rather have Henny Penny. Oh, is that? I remember going to a kind of KFC in Indonesia, which was and basically it was like you got the chicken's feet. It was quite interesting. But to be fair, it was quite tasty actually. That's come over and we'll all go. We should all meet up for Goodwood. We should all meet up and go at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. I think that would be fantastic. And then we could all meet up. We really need to get a stand, don't we? We need to get a stand like in those trade stands that they have. And see how we go on. Right, I've forgotten about all of that. Now here we are, ready to go.
See how many prizes we can win at Goodwood. If everyone goes on the simulators, I'm sure we'll win something. 27 degrees. Goodness me. Yeah, it's some of the service is shocking. You should, Jonathan will tell you about his experience in Edinburgh. He could barely walk after it. I've never had that, to be fair. Oh, penalty up ahead. Oh, come on. That's done it again. See it now. There they go. Come on now. Thing is, it really was Tumbleweed that did all of that, because he completely forced me wide. Yeah. Breathing brakes. Oh, bloomin' heck. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
No, we started 5th, but I think we had quite a unfair run there again, but... I'm missing that completely. That's bad. Come on, you. Because they were slow as well. That would have caught me up quite a bit. See, I caught up a huge amount with him. And that bit there. Note to self, never ever go to Norway. That was... Tumbo is pretty aggressive. That's twice he's been... You know, I know he does apologise, but he's pretty aggressive. But that Italian as well, I mean, he just slammed through. And I don't know if that's... I mean, I'm amazed they don't get penalties for that. Because if I touch anybody, I get like a 5-second penalty. And it's, you know... we should have been a bit better there. That was a bit annoying, but not to worry. I see they were expecting us to be 3rd. But, my goodness, we had 419 comments, and there's 20 in the chat, which is fantastic. The Italian gave the penalty to the other Brit by making him push you off. Yeah, guy, because that was it, because it was just... I'm always wary of that first corner. It needs to be better under the brakes, but it's a tricky one. It's not as good under braking as the Audi. But, here we are. Here in the middle of summer you can take your jumper off. So 24/7 minus 8 to 24. Oh, that's not too bad. I appreciate that, Nalinsky, for letting me know. We're going to keep going until we do get some more good results here. After Australia, then New Zealand. Yeah, have you noticed? Nobody's said Scotland yet, have they? Where I live. Most beautiful country after Yorkshire. Aye, that's the... Yeah. It's fantastic though. I mean, that's what I love about sim racing, is that when you watch one of these streaming events, it's amazing because you get people from all over the world, isn't it? You know, different time zones, but we all can chat away and get along, which is nice. I'm getting a T-shirt, by the way, with the Fat Man and a Cheap Sim logo on it. So hopefully that won't be the next couple of weeks or so, or next 2-3 weeks we'll get that. Yeah, 25 degrees, that would have been nice over there. It was -2 where we were here in the Scottish borders. So let's see. Or is it just your uniform? You think I work for KFC in my spare time, eh? managed to stay in fourth there. I lost a bit of time. Lost a bit of time in that last wee bit. I think we could have maybe beaten our time there. Poor. We're struggling. We need to get into those 46, low 46s. Bit better. Right, I've got one more lap to try and
get it sorted. Yep, that's it. Not quite, not quite. Yeah, the 1:45.9, we're just a bit away. I think I'll need to just try and do a bit more practice and just... but we're kind of in the 1:46's mids roughly overall. I think we can be fairly consistent with that. I think that Arago 80 is... that he was in front of me before. He was one that... And Tumble is right behind me in the Lancer. So we're certainly in a familiar group, that's for sure. That this time we need to try and see what we can do. So you're all saying where exactly you are, 1,300 kilometres north of the border on the coast in Townsville. Great Barrier Reef is off our coast. That sounds lovely. That's the... So, Mobius 3 is on pole position with a 1:45.2. I don't know what my door number is. We'll have to see what that one is like. Someone says there, hello, I'm on a pad. If I punt you, I'm sorry. Alien surfing. 1:47.5. Right, let's see what we can do. Bats hanging from street lamps. Well, I'm going to need to drive like the Batman to try and get ahead of these guys. So let's see what we can muster. Nice to see a Ferrari in front. Hopefully we'll see it in our mirrors soon.
definitely some chances here because the cars are really scrabbling around quite a bit. Pretty slow, losing a lot of time. That was quite a dive bomb by the Italian. Ah, hello, Eruditz, good to see you. That Italian is absolutely crazy. He should have had a number of penalties with the driving he was doing there. Quite interesting to see them driving the AMG. Whatever's happened to the guys behind, it's Tumble 18 and Arago, the Italian and the Brit. They must be having quite a race. Oh, somebody's got a penalty up there on the final lap. Yeah, exactly. Because he was all over the back of me before. Must be in a break from CBBC. Oh, a few miles out and away from shops, but you never know around here. Mr. Tumble was in this race. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, we're going to need some sleep now. Got to work in 5 hours. Oh my goodness. Have a good night for some of you, and a good morning to others. Well, I hope you get a quality night's sleep there. A quality 5 hours sleep. It's been great to have you with us throughout the stream. You have take care, and we'll see you again very soon. Now, fifth. Oh, we should have been fifth, but we were clean races 2, so that's not too bad. We're just about there. Struggling a wee bit. That just with a bit of pace, but still, mine goes up to 500 comments, and there's 20 in the stream, which is fantastic. That now let's see. Actually, I might save that replay because I reckon that the guys behind the Italian and the Brit Tumble 18 had some moments because they were right behind me and then they went right off. So we're still 24.842. That's not too bad. 24.60. Oh, actually we've gone up a little bit then. That oh, oh, that's good. That's good. You need a good night's sleep. It always helps. Let's see. Aye. Because that was crazy, because they were all dive bombing and everything else, and then when I got past them, and then it was basically the Italian, and then the Brit behind me. So, what do you think? Should we try it in a different car, or do you think that's going to be a bad idea? We haven't tried the Alpha, to be fair. We haven't tried the Alpha. That what do you think? Who is it for the guys in the chat, the guys and girls in the chat? Do you think we should try the Alpha, or do you think we should try maybe the Hyundai? Because that was recommended. I know Bracing was saying, yes, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's the main thing as well, isn't it? That definitely helps. Worth a try for a laugh? Yeah, why not? What could possibly go wrong, eh? We'll do the Alpha. I'll do some qualifying and see how we go on. I dare you to go to the 4C. Obviously my racing was so dull, you were all talking about where you come from. I don't think I had any questions just about until the end of that race. That must be my ego. My ego's taking a hit. Not getting the attention I want. My goodness me, eh? We were discussing the weather. Goodness me. We did.
If I was about 25 years younger, I was saying, don't you know I'm the most important person on the stream? But, oh, better put the traction control off. That's alright. I'm only joking. Now, let's see, right. I'm not sure what the brake balance should be. No, I'm pleased that you're all talking, which is great. Nothing worse than if you don't talk to each other, is it? This is quite a tricky race for. There's so many corners, isn't it? It's one you've got to be so careful where you look at the comments because. Oh, his brakes aren't as good. The Alpha brakes need a bit of work. Yeah. Oh dear, we're running a bit wide there. And a pair of budgie smugglers. What on earth are they? Pasties or pies? Oh. Yeah, I have to say there's a phenomenal Scotch pie maker in Coldstream. I'm hanging on in there. 146.8. Ah, good to see you, Paul. It's not as good under brakes
as the Peugeot, but it's better. It's yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't think there's a huge amount in it. And it's definitely, as Rebecca was saying, it's very skittish. Well, there's definitely a lot more time in it. I'll leave it until, because it will. Let's see. Oh, the Alpha. Oh man, my father had a 155. It was just a standard 2-litre twin spark, and it was on an R plate. So this was back in 1997, but it was such a good car. And we took it onto this kind of old airport, this old kind of runway where they used to have parachute. They had a parachute club, and I was showing off. I was absolutely showing off. And Jonathan, I let him drive the car, you see, and I said, right, you have a go and let's get a wee slide, because it was such a short steering lock that honestly you could just it was like literally about 1.5 locks to turn it completely. It was incredible. And so Jonathan was very sensible. We got onto the gravel at about 30 miles an hour and got a bit of a slide going. And I thought, well, you know, when you're that kind of age, I would have been about 22, 23, something like that. I said, right, I'll show you what I can do. So I had to go, and the thing is, a lot of people they had learners. It was all learners that would come round, and so I ended up doing about 65, 70 into the gravel section. It was so bumpy they just filled it with gravel, and I deliberately tweaked the steering wheel, and we got into this huge slide. I mean, it was going from one side to the other, and then this woman came round, driving round with her parents or whatever in a little Micra, and then she just stopped. I mean, and we managed to bring the car back under control, and I and then I went past and I just waved at her just to say thank you, and off we went. It was hilarious. I don't know if that person ever drove again, but certainly, I mean, she was like one of these, over the wheel. Yeah, that was in my kind of crazy boy racer days. But it was brilliant. It was great fun. Iron Mike, it's good to see you. Yeah, unfortunately, I should be seeing my YouTube channel, but I forgot to take the thing off when I was sharing it, so I don't know who's on and how many likes we've had, and if we've had any new subscribers. But we were at 268, which was fantastic for the subscribers, which is brilliant. But yeah, it was such a good car though. I want one. If I could find an Alpha 155, honestly, I would rob a bank to get one. I would just love it. It was the noise, the steering, the accuracy, the brakes. Sir Arnold, good to see you. That car was just, you've got to have a go in something like that. It's just so pure. Maybe I'm just too old that I think cars from that time were so good. Oh yeah, the Fiat X19, my goodness me. Now that, I can't talk about that just now, John, but you can tell them all. We really needed to come on the radio. We needed a separate feed, so you can talk as well. You'd have them all in stitches. like crashing in sympathy. To be fair, I haven't checked my brake balance, so I really don't know. It's quite good over that chicane. Getting touch and go, but we're keep going. We're up into third. We are paying. I'm glad you're paying attention. It is, although it's tricky. It's a good handler though. The gearing is slightly different. The Alpha 4C. Yeah, hopefully, final lap. what happened to the guy behind. Yeah, I was going to say, he just disappeared. Went to the beach. Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, not too bad, eh? Not too bad. Up to second. That was a good one, wasn't it? That was a bit better. Yeah, it's a funny one, the Alpha. It's twitchy, but there's definitely quite a lot in it. I can see why people do use it. I think I'm just going to try and relax a bit to try and get a bit more out of it. And that was a good result, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a good result. Thank you to everybody there. That's a... Oh yeah, so we got our... For once, we actually beat our... or equaled our door number. And 3 clean races. That is something. I think he's on the Costa Blanca now, yeah. Oh, thanks very much, Paul. And Nalinsky. That was... yeah. Just about leads at that speed. Yeah. I mean, considering my lap times are not brilliant, it's doing a bit better, which is something. At least we're getting there. I think with a bit of practice in that car, I could probably... Oh, somebody's sent a... That was a good race. Well done. Thanks for a clean race. Well, that was very kind. Where are they? Z07. Yeah, and it's yeah, nearly 600 chats. Well, now we're up to 25,707. That's just about where we started. Yeah, that's an amazing amount of chats tonight, which is fantastic. Well, that is great. That is absolutely brilliant. Should we? I'm just... yeah, mainly about you. Ah, that massages my ego. Better than nothing else, eh? That's it. That, well, I think we should have another race in the Alpha. If you guys are happy for me to continue on, then I'm more than happy to... Oh, it was me, so... I normally send them offline. Ah, Paul, well, once I'm finished the stream, I'll get those answered in the next wee while. That, sorry, that 25.70 if I prefer. So pretty much right back where we were. Ah, it's we've had a good bit of work tonight, haven't we? We've kind of been doing our training. It's been our race training tonight to try and see where we get on. That I think the Alpha is good, so I'll try that one again. Yeah, DR Rescue Night, but I'm pleased at least because we're a bit more consistent, and at least we're kind of, although in the Alpha we didn't get into the 46s. I think we did maybe a 146.8, but I'm fairly comfortable in that. So between that and the Peugeot, I think that's quite a good one. And there we go. I must go to the bathroom, so get yourselves a cup of tea, and I'll be right back in a minute or two. 2 seconds.
oh, I'm glad he's had a good night. There we go. Here we are, back again. So Athene Linsky's been really fantastic, giving us all the figures and things tonight, which is great. So, another race. God, it's nearly midnight, 11:45. We've done, I kind of lost count how many we've done of these. We've been going for nearly 3 hours. So, we must have done 9, near enough. Has your wife had to go at GTS? No, she tends to get a little bit dizzy. She's not really a gamer, to be fair. She's more of a Coronation Street and a soap opera, likes the soaps. But yeah, she kind of thinks, can't believe you're gaming. You know, it's that kind of, it's quite funny that they don't take you seriously when you say I play games. But yeah, she does play. Actually, to be fair, we all play. We've got a Nintendo Wii, one of the old ones, and we have the 10-pin bowling. And it's funny because my daughter and son, who are 9 and 7, are fantastic at it. They're really, really good. My daughter, who doesn't really play any sports at all, we're trying to get her into some form of physical sport that she likes. She can just get strike after strike on 10-pin bowling. She just has a knack with the controller and just does it. It's brilliant. But yeah, so she'll play those kind of games, but not really PlayStation games. But my son, he's kind of getting more into it, and I've had him on this rig before as well. But he's just still a wee bit small, so I've got to put loads of cushions and everything else. But I keep telling him when I get mine eventually upgraded, he'll get this one. So he keeps reminding me of this every day. When are you going to get an upgrade? And he keeps telling me to work harder so I can earn more money, so I can get one. Because I'm totally blunt with him. I say you got to work harder to make the money. No freeloaders here. That. Yeah. I mean, the thing is though, I mean, I don't do it so much now, but before I was streaming and I would just play myself, just kind of go on and do races, and you'd find yourself, doing like time trial and that stuff, and you go into like 2 or 3 in the morning. It's so addictive. It's quite funny, isn't it? It's just it's amazing. The games are just so good, and I think in some ways it's just a way to it is escapism to some degree, but it's a skill. I mean, there's definitely, because when I've done these driving games, and then when you go to a driving day, for example, I went to Mercedes World down at Brooklands in Surrey last year with Jonathan, and we got to drive a Mercedes. It was a C43 Saloon, the 4-wheel drive version, on their test track. And but you know what? From driving these simulators, it really helped me drive that car. I was far more kind of confident with it. It didn't feel beyond me. Well, maybe in some other times I would have felt, well, this car, are you actually in charge of it, or is it in charge of you? Because you need to feel that you're able to cope with it. And that it's. Oh, you have a family GT night. Oh, that's the way to do it, isn't it? That's the way. Well, I'm hoping. I mean, my son is only 7, so he needs to get a bit taller. I need to stretch him so he can play a bit more, but he's good. I actually had him. I did a video of him a wee while ago around Brands Hatch in a Ford F-150 pickup truck on GT Sport, and he went right. He lapped it on the Indy circuit without crashing really well, and he was getting faster, and he was able to even control some of the slides. So he's definitely got a knack for it. It's hard for him to get the practice, really. He does play Wreckfest. He downloaded Wreckfest. And just the bit, where he does the lawnmowers, and it's hilarious. I thought I should stream him doing this, because I mean, I've never seen anyone look as happy as he does when he tears around on the lawnmowers, making people flying. It was brilliant. Yeah, when you're locked up. Yeah, that was a great car. I mean, I had a really good instructor too, but it was amazing. It's incredible when somebody says, right, just back off round these tight hairpins, and you're going at a fair whack, and the car will hold, and sure enough, it just seems to go like a train, and it helps you take the better line. And we were having great fun, and also it was a little bit damp that day, but we had the traction control off and everything. It was great fun. That guy was, I think he was an international GT driver. I tried to get him on the show, but he didn't reply to my emails. Yep, so we've got some big plans for the show in the next wee while.
we're hoping to get some touring car drivers. We'll definitely get Gabby back on the show. We've got Thea and Jeff. They're keen to come back on as well, which will be good. I need to keep in touch with them. And we're going to be getting a gaming PC in the next 2-3 months. So once I've got the house move out the way, then we'll get that sorted out. And then we'll be able to do a lot more games and hopefully compete with some of the other races and streamers that are on. So we'll stream that as well, which should be fun. Now, Jonathan, you're saying, obviously I would have been faster, but we're not competing. Well, I offered you the chance to have a go. Oh, we're in a better lobby, I think, because now our time is not great. But Slav Hand in a 145. Do we recognise anybody there? So we've got people in 911s. Yeah, Brooklands for Mercedes World is fantastic. They've got simulators, F1 simulators, GT simulators. Yes, I would. Yeah, definitely, Mike. Big plans to do that because Thea said, "Look, she'd love me to join their races," and I would love to do it. And that when I get my PC sorted out. I tried it on my business PC and it was hilarious. I finally got it downloaded and I got it to open up. And when I did, I turned the steering wheel, and about 6 seconds after I turned it, it moved on the screen. So I realised my business machine is just not fast enough. Yeah, looking forward to it. I think when that all happens, it's going to be a next level of doing. And also, I'm going to be using Streamlabs to do the stream rather than the PlayStation, and that should hopefully make it a bit better. Because I can do a bit more with it. I can offer a few more services and a few more features, which I can't really do at the moment. But we will see. Yeah, I almost totaled the car rental in it. The rental car, 29 metres from the depot. That was hilarious. My goodness, how many stories have we had in rental cars? Oh. Either we get a terrible one, or we get quite a good one, and we nearly crash it. But I've never had to claim so far. Right, we're more at the back of the field, so let's see what we can do. And that means we're not going to be in maybe a great... I did a V8 supercar day. Oh, that would have been amazing. Passenger at first, then 10 laps, and instructor giving tips, advice, best... Oh, absolutely. Was that at Bathurst or somewhere? Imagine the speed you could go in that. Make the last one I win. It's really hard with the way they start you at that chicane. And I've got an Audi coming up. just about keeping up with him. Oh, something's gone off. So we're up a place, finally. It's getting quite close. Nothing in it at all. That 911 was really all over the place. Oh, just got that one. Just got it by a fraction. Sounds like Hugh's done a few driving days, but normally the instructors are a bit scared. Not sure I've ever driven with slicks. Yeah, that would be something. I think I've driven with slicks. Have we not drive with slicks? Oh, way back in 1993, was it 1993? When we did our racing driver day. Oh, we missed it by just one. But that was a close race, mind you. We almost had the guy in the Porsche, because he was kind of all over the place. We almost got it. That, yeah, no, it's going really well actually, isn't it? I mean, at least I kind of feel we've made some progress, and that's the thing. Here we are. Yep, no, that was quite a good one. Well, it's coming up 3 hours, it's midnight, so we've just missed the others. The only one we can do is the Group 3. So, yeah, we did, didn't it? It was a Vauxhall Lotus on slicks around the Donington Loop many years back. In fact, it was exactly 2 weeks. It was done 2 weeks before the 1993 European Grand Prix, where Ayrton Senna won, and they were putting up all the F1 advertising. All the billboards were going up as we were driving round. And that day I did it. It was the Jim Russell School of Racing, and I got it for my birthday, for my 18th birthday. It would have been, yeah, 18th birthday, and it was £100 exactly. And you got to do go-karting, you got to do the single seaters, you got to do racing around the main track with a kind of short circuit in an Astra GTE kind of touring car type thing, although it was a kind of very much detuned one, really. And what else did we do? Oh yes, we had to go in a kind of Astra with it had a kind of water bottle, and you had to drive through the cones and make sure you didn't drop the water and stuff like that. But it was great fun. I mean, I remember because we had lunch and we were still waiting desperately to do the single seaters, and there was Formula Vauxhall and then Formula Vauxhall Lotus, and when we got it, I'll put it back on this one. I think I'll do the Alpha again because it's I'm quite chuffed with that overall. And yeah, and basically we were all standing about, and the instructor, who looked a little bit like Tiffany Dell, he said, right, you lot, you can go in those cars, and you can go in these ones. And basically he had looked at the people who were slightly thinner. They were allowed to get into the Vauxhall Lotuses, and the people who were a wee bit heftier got into the Formula Vauxhalls. Now at that time I was very thin. I was like a skeleton. I was that thin, but I was wearing shoes that were far too big. I've got quite big feet, or size 9. I was wearing these boots, and I hadn't thought at all about what I was doing. I should have really wore trainers or something kind of very light and a proper shoe for driving. But we did it, and you had to double the clutch, when you had to rev the engine and change down, because it was a non-synchromesh gearbox, and it was this tiny little gear stick, but it made a good noise. And I remember because it was a proper open wheel Vauxhall Lotus. And I remember you put it into first gear, and I revved the engine, and he says, you don't need anywhere near as many revs as that, because there was obviously quite a lot of people. It was just in the kind of loop, and he went down a hairpin and came back, and he was saying the small revs, I think it was like 3,000 revs, and then just slowly let the clutch out, and it's quite a dodgy clutch. But no, it was great fun. So yeah, we got about 20 minutes driving around the Donington Loop in that, and I remember coming, because it was really tricky to turn it round the cone. You had to kind of go out and take a wide line to try and cut through it, and I remember accelerating, and I had a bit of a skid, so I managed to correct it. Thankfully I didn't just spin out, and I remember I was kind of getting my confidence up a little bit, and the instructor at the side of the track, he was like, whoa, slow it down, like this. But we got it on video. That's the thing. We've actually got it on a video somewhere. Because Jonathan and his dad was there filming it, and they came down with my dad, and it was fantastic fun. And I have to look it out, because I remember Jonathan wrote on the video cover. He said, what was it, Donington, 1993, 27th of March or whatever it was. And he said the next Mansell was put on it, because at the time we were big Mansell fans, and of course he was doing IndyCar at that time. That we've got to find those tapes. I think I have that tape somewhere. I must find it. I hope it's not gone missing anyway. because that would be great fun to see it again. Well, once we can get them put onto digital, then we'll definitely put them on YouTube, because we did our own Top Gear videos when we were in the early 90s, and they're hilarious. I remember saying to Jonathan, right, we'll do a skid start, and he had the Subaru Sumo van, which is like a kind of micro van, and it was a muddy farm track. And of course, I had no idea what I was doing. I went behind the car with the camera and I said, right, John, do a wheel spin start. And of course, he did a wheel spin start and just covered me in mud. And I just remember thinking, that wasn't a good idea, was it? But we had great fun. And we took an Isuzu Trooper over the yumps. It was a field that had lots of yumps in it. And we just went, it was just bouncing across. And the thing is, it was right next to National Trust land, so all these walkers are walking along the beautiful Northumberland coastline, and then there's two kind of young 18-year-old yobs driving this car like it was like we were nuts, but we had so many dodgy moves, man. It was hilarious. That I'm sure I remember Jonathan, his dad let us drive the biggest farm tractor I've ever seen. It was almost like one of those, I don't know why he even had it, because it was like one of those mining trucks, it was a huge thing, like a kind of Tonka toy. It wasn't like the really big ones that you see in the mines, but it was similar. It was maybe half the size, but a massive thing, huge thick wheels, tyres that were higher than we were, that were more than 6 foot. And he had this big tractor thing. I think it was to do with the combine harvester, because they were cutting the wheat, but it wasn't a combine. Exactly the things you do. And he let us drive this thing. He said, you can drive it back to the farm if you want. So Jonathan and I drove this, and we deliberately drove it on the path as close to the main path as we could, just to annoy all the ramblers who were walking along, and we're like, we were bad. But it was hilarious. We had great fun, It was a great way to grow up. Yeah, that's what it was, a Volvo BM. It was an incredible machine. I can't believe your dad said, you can just take it home. And but so we did. It was very, very good. And we also, our famous story is that we had a quad bike. And we used to do jumps on the quad bike. Again, this was just on the Northumberland coastline. And a lot of people do walk there, but we kind of found a bit that was very quiet. And then so we'd been jumping off this old wall that was kind of below the path, or kind of above the path, and we would go over and land on the other side, and there was the two of us on it, you see, and we'd gone away for a little while and driven around another bit of the field, and then we came back, and as we were coming back we thought we'll have one last go on this jump, but it was kind of blind, and I kid you not, absolute truth, a family, or I think it was maybe a couple, maybe they didn't have children, I can't quite remember, I don't think they had children, had set up a picnic below the wall, and we didn't see them. And of course they would have heard us racing about, but we came up, and literally we were in mid-flight when I looked to my left and I saw this woman holding a cup of tea, and I just hoped there was nobody in the middle and there was a chap on the right, and we just went faring over them like this, and then we landed, and we kept going for about 20 meters, and we stopped, and then when we stopped we turned around to see if they were still there, and the woman was still there holding her cup of tea, and the man was like, "Argh!" So we raced off. I honestly thought we were going to have to get the police. They were going to be visiting us that night, but somehow they didn't. But I think they must have thought it was like Beadle's About, those old kind of, the kind of pranking people, for a kind of game for a laugh type thing. But that was the most crazy thing I think we've ever done. But it was just mad. And I remember when we returned the quad bike, Jonathan filled it up with petrol, or what he thought was petrol, because we'd used quite a bit, and it was two-stroke petrol. So of course it never worked. It never worked again. Probably it used to kind of go put 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 and kind of backfire and pump out black smoke. It was a good Honda quad as well. It was a decent quad bike, but we never owned up to that one either, I don't think. But it was. Dangers on the farm. Yeah, we could have done the video, I think. We kind of owned the video on that one. But yeah, no, it was fantastic fun. Fantastic fun. Yeah, we need to see some of those stories. Yeah, I think maybe me and Jonathan will have to do one. I think that would be a laugh, actually, wouldn't it? But there's so many. I've actually written a lot of my stories down. I need to get them. I wanted to put them in a book, actually. It was a Suzuki 4Runner. Ah, that's what it was. It was a good machine, though. And we wrecked it, yeah. Right, this time we're 10th. Now, who's in front of us? I think quite a lot of people from the last race. And we'll see. R8s and... So we'll make this, I think we'll probably make this our last one of the night, as it's after midnight now. And I've got to get up in the distant future at some point. I'm working tomorrow morning. Hopefully, when I look out the window tomorrow, there won't be any more snow. It all will have gone. Yep, and all you guys from Australia, you'll be almost finished your day, aren't you? You're beginning towards, or is this into lunchtime perhaps? So not too many hours, and then it's the weekend. So we've got quite a few A's. We've got an A plus, and then some B's. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Do a reconstruction. Yeah, well, actually, you haven't heard the biggest story that I've done. Yeah, that reminds me of a reconstruction. Yeah. You know, in the old days, the big kind of petrol tankers, the trailers, they never used to have barriers up the sides. They would have a gap between the front and rear trailer, the rear tyres. Well, I think the reason why they put them up was an incident that I nearly caused, because I had to go basically underneath a truck, or certainly underneath the petrol side. You know, the BP tankers had the kind of oval type shapes, or kind of heart-shaped tankers. 10 AM here. Alright, so it's not quite as late as I thought it would be over there. Yeah, I was doing, let's put it this way, in a short, kind of a story short. I was doing an overtake, and I didn't see that there was actually a car coming, or it came out of a junction, came out of a driveway, and I was already halfway through the overtake, and I couldn't slow down because there was loads of cars behind the lorry, so I pulled in, adjusted my speed to what the lorry was doing. It was a petrol tanker. It didn't have the bars, so it allowed me to go right in, and I waited for the car to come out, and then I came out and passed him. It was a crazy moment, and not long after that I became a Christian. I realised that the Lord had definitely saved me that day. Yeah, I rang Jonathan afterwards to tell him what had happened. My heart was still going, because honestly, it was something else. Thank the Lord that truck driver kept his speed at a sensible rate, because I was driving a little Fiesta, but that was my craziest ever experience. Crazy thing is, I kept surviving. Right, we're up to 9th. Right, what can we do on the last race of the night? It's been phenomenal to have you all with me, by the way. It's been a really good laugh tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, because it really has been good fun. Yeah, I know. Well, people have tried to do it after I did it, but I didn't win any prizes, though. You know, I came away with my life, thank the Lord, but. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you do. Oh, I'm really pleased. mad there, the understeer. I might have a chance against these Porsches, mind. That's quite close overall. Audi's right there. Oh, come on. Never touched him. Come on, that's a bit much. I think he did that on purpose, because he was all over the place. Oh, come on. Come on. It never resets yet. So I get another penalty even though he hit me. Well, that sounds fair. Yeah, that's crazy. He hit me. Clearly, I felt the tap, and maybe didn't have much to go. But he wasn't that close behind me. Well, I think we started, was it 9th or something? But that again, I just don't understand. I hope GT7 is a lot better than this in terms of that, because they're really giving it a poor run for your money. I mean, they just bash you out the way, and he never got anything. He did it twice. Can't believe we were last in that one. Yeah, that's a bit of an annoying one, isn't it? But I mean, they just bash you straight out the way, and then they get absolutely nothing, and then we get an extra penalty. I mean, I was sliding, but at the end of the day, they have a choice to hit you or not, you know, and they just ram you right through. That's pretty poor. But well, it's pretty late. It's nearly midnight. But I really appreciate everyone who's been watching tonight and commenting and giving input and just enjoying the stream. It's great to have you with us, and we'll definitely get Quick Gabby back. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it this time. But we'll be back again on Monday with another racing stream with the latest GT Sport daily races. So we'll be doing that on Monday. And of course, in a week's time, we've got Gaz Sims, who is a big fan of Basic Ollie. And in fact, I think he got a special prize from Ollie. So we'll have that next week. And then in 2 weeks' time, we have got Super GT back for another round. So that should be fun. So we're enjoying that. But have a wonderful weekend. You never know, we might do the odd stream, so watch out in Twitter and on your feed in case you see us doing another stream. We'll see how we get on. But it's been fantastic to see you all tonight. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. And remember, drive fast and try not to crash. And if you do, you'll win the race at the first corner. Take care and bye just now. See you later.